Good morning, students. Today I am explaining remaining part of lesson number 3, storage of water, and our topic recent systems or modern methods of storing water. Dams. Dams are the most important of all recent water storages, and these dams are made on a the dams are made on the big rivers, and it is possible to store huge quantity of water because of these dams. Now as a result, what happened? More land brought under cultivation, and big factories set up and generate electricity, and in this way city began to grow. In Maharashtra, there are some large dams. Maharashtra has several dams such as Jayakwadi, Yeldari, Ujni, and Koyna. Number 2, borewells. Now see the borewells. Now in earlier wells were dug but to get the underground water, but it is not possible to draw deep seated groundwater. To draw deep seated groundwater through these wells, it was not possible. And nowadays, with the help of electronic pumps, it is possible to uh, draw water, to draw underground water. And these are the bore wells. And these wells are very deep and narrow. Use your brain power. Find out if there are any old water stores in your locality. Children, find out if there are any old water stores in your locality. Then think about how these old stores can be used again. Number 2, where do water stores like rivers, dams, wells and lakes get their water from? Yes, of course, they get their water from rain, because rain is the main source of water. In summer, now next topic is panpoi, means drinking water stands. In summer, in some places, big clay jars of drinking water are kept for those people who feel thirsty. Not only in summer, but the people on the road who need water when they feel thirsty, so for them a big clay jar of drinking water are kept, and this water is offered free of charge without taking any money, and this is known as panpoi. These panpois are set up by individuals or institutions, and these are very useful, especially in summer. Do you know, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj gave the following instructions for the construction of hill forts. Children, let's see the instructions. A fort, hill fort, should be built after first finding out if there is water in the place. If there is no water, and if it becomes necessary to fortify the place, then by breaking the rock, reservoirs and tanks should be built. One should not wholly depend upon the supposition that there is a spring of water in the fort and that it would somehow or other supply enough water. For storing water, 2 to 4 reservoirs should be constructed. Water from them should not be allowed to be spent. The water in the fort should be well protected. Means, while building a fort, first check the availability of water. If there is no water is found there, then there is no water found. To fortify the place, then by breaking rocks, build a lake or build reservoirs and tank to store water. One should not depend on the supposition that there is a spring of water. Water should be used economically, very carefully. For storing water, 2 to 4 reservoirs should be constructed, and water from them should be used or should not be spent. Water should not be waste, and the water in the fort should be well protected. Means water is precious. This thing Shivaji Maharaj knew in his time. Now what we have learnt? We have learnt the traditional methods of water storage, modern methods of water storage, economical use of water. Always remember, water is a natural resource. Don't forget it. All living things need water. We must keep this in mind when we use water. Children, here we have finished our lesson number 3, storage of water. Read this lesson, listen this explanation carefully and find the answer of the questions given in the textbook. Thank you.